It's 2025 and a lot of things are happening, especially here in Germany. A lot of things are going to change. This year, 2025, I know every foreigner in this country has worries. You know, people back at home, they always think, oh, living in Germany, we are just comfortable, we have money, we always pluck money from the trees. But I wish it was that easy to pluck money from the trees. Because I always tell people, oh, you guys, we are struggling here, life is so hard, the system is bringing us, the system is stressing us. We are struggling through a very difficult system. Especially we foreigners, we have a very big difficult time here. You know, raising kids in this country, working here, being accepted, paperwork, all these things. Yeah, you know, it's always a struggle. Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy Nairobi, ndani ya Germany, NNYG. You know what I'm talking about. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would suggest you do that because I'm bringing you guys a lot of information about Germany. Yeah, and you'll get it on my channel. Do not hesitate to subscribe, forward, like, leave your comment. So you guys, it's 2025 and a lot of things are happening. Especially here in Germany, a lot of things are going to change. This year, 2025, I know every foreigner in this country has worries. You know, people back at home, they always think, oh, living in Germany, we are just comfortable, we have money, we always pluck money from the trees. But I wish it was that easy to pluck money from the trees. Because I always tell people, oh, you guys, we are struggling here, life is so hard, the system is bringing us, the system is stressing us. We are struggling through a very difficult system. Especially we foreigners, we have a very big difficult time here. You know, raising kids in this country, working here, being accepted, paperwork, all these things. Yeah, you know, it's always a struggle. It's always a struggle. That's why I always tell my brothers and sisters, if you are choosing Germany as a country of, you know, like you want to come and settle in Germany, I always tell people, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful how you're going to come here. What is bringing you here? How are you coming here? That is always the question, especially at this time, because politics are taking a very different direction right now. There are a lot of parties who don't like we foreigners, us foreigners from other countries. They don't want us here. Germany is always a very cold country. You know, talking of coldness, leave alone winter, talking about winter time. Of course, this time is now winter time. We are freezing, us guys. You back at home, you guys in Africa, you can be very lucky because you guys, you can smile. You can always smile. As guys here, we are freezing and we are surrounded by very difficult mentality in this country. So, right now, the elections are going to happen very soon in February. Germans are going to vote again. And the big worry is who is going to take over the government. Remember, there are a lot of parties in this country, a lot of parties. And most of them, right now, they are like kind of united against foreigners. Let me not be shy to mention the party called AfD. You know it. If you live in Germany, you know that kind of a party. You know what it is, and you know their manifesto. Their das heißt Wahlprogramm. You know what it means. Wahlprogramm, like manifesto. What they are looking forward to do when they get elected into the government. So number one, they are mostly insisting on we foreigners to deport any foreigner who is living in this country, who came here as a refugee, who came here through illegal ways. So I don't know what kind of illegal ways they're talking about. Because right now, if I talk about illegal ways, now the question you're going to ask, like, what means coming to Germany illegally? Some people come here, you know, in a lot of ways. You know how you came here. I know how I came here. You know if you came here illegally. You know if you didn't come here illegally. I cannot define, but you know those kind of ways because people come here with a lot of stories. Yeah. So, and now this year is going to be very difficult because remember when those guys were campaigning, their major aim was to deport foreigners, even those who have been neutralized, those even who have German passport. They want to deport such kind of people. So I'm asking myself, at the same time, if we talk about a lot of Kenyans trying to come to Germany, remember our president back at home, he was trying to process the issue of Kenyans coming to Germany to work as bus drivers, I don't know, to work as those kind of jobs, skilled workers thing. So a lot of Kenyans were coming here as skilled workers because initially the issue was Germany does not have skilled workers. They're short of skilled workers. And now, right now, they're talking about deporting people. So now, what is the question? Why all this confusion? But the confusion is being brought by the party that is against the foreigners. But now, you can imagine how many foreigners work in so many industries right now in Germany. Talk of nurse. Talk about those people who take care about the old generation. Talk about the bus drivers that you were brought here by our president, our beloved president, and any other, just to name a few. A lot of industries are all full of foreigners. So, and if these people are talking about going to deport them, then I don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, I always tell people, do not live in this country very comfortably. Do not live in Germany so comfortably like you want to retire here. You should be planning to retire back at home, because this is not a place you can call a home. This is just a temporary home that you live here, make money, raise your kids here, let them get that best education. You can go back home. If kids choose to go to other countries or to come back with you home, let them do that. But at the same time, you cannot force them. But for you, as a parent, are you looking forward to retire in this country, where you can't even get out right now? It's very cold outside, freezing, getting sick. People are very depressed. We fear, but we are always in fear. We are living here, but it's not that comfortable the way people think that we're just, living in a foreign country, Germany of all the places. It's just a name, Germany, but there are a lot of things that we foreigners go through here. So that was just to name a few, but you guys, you know what's going on. I always tell people, come in this country in a very clean way. So I'm sure you're asking yourself, what is the cleanest way of coming to Germany? I always tell people to avoid such embarrassment of being deported. You always have to come here in the right way. Use the right channels. I know people come here through agents who promise them a lot of jobs here. Like, you will arrive here, the jobs waiting for you. You'll get an accommodation and stuff. You'll get a car to drive or whatever. Those are just tricks that agents help you use to get your money. But coming here, a lot of people get here and get stranded in those asylum camps. I know a lot of people who are living in those asylum camps for more than 20 years. More than 20 years, struggling. They don't have papers. And remember, in Germany, if you don't have the papers, you cannot work here, live here, and just travel like a normal citizen. Yeah, it's very difficult. It's a very difficult system here. So people go through a lot of things. So come here through the right channel. Let's say you want to come here as a student. You can come here and study. That is one of the right way of coming to Germany. Coming here as an au pair. That is also another right way of coming to Germany. Coming here for family reunion. Maybe you are in love with a German person. You've got married to a German person, citizen. Yeah, you can live here comfortably, work. But I always tell people, even if you come here for family reunion, because I've seen a lot of people who get also stranded after being married to German people, and maybe along the line you get divorced. Let's say before 3 years of your marriage, you don't have a very nice basis for you to stay here, because normally you get married, you'll stay here, you'll be given a 3 years or maybe 4 years residential permit, which also allows you to work. But if you don't use that time well to learn the language, integrate yourself, and integration is not all about language. Knowing to speak the language does not mean you have integrated. You can learn language very fast if you are sharp in that, but it does not mean you are now fully integrated. A lot of integration process, it's a gradual process that you need to also to get used to this culture. A lot of things involved. There are a lot of things when you talk about integration. So get yourself, be sharp, try to learn things fast, get maybe Ausbildung or the training. If you are a student, if you have that's a chance to study, go study, build your foundation in case anything happen. At least you build a nice foundation for you to start from somewhere when anything does not go well the way you expected. Let's say maybe your marriage has not worked, or let's say maybe you finished studying and you have a nice, you can speak the language, you have your papers, whatever. You can even go to another country and start a life. Don't make German to be, like your comfort zone. Do not get yourself comfort here. Do not make yourself comfortable and think now things are going to be good, because right now the temperatures are rising, so we don't know. You know where it's going, where it's heading to, and that's a very big issue. So if those guys take over the government, like I'm saying, a lot of foreigners are going to get problems. So if you are one of those people who came here through those illegal ways, because the party is talking about deporting any person who come from any other country that does not have war. Remember, our brothers and sisters, you know your country. If you don't have a war, you come here as a refugee, and then you say, I came here because my country has war. They'll ask you, actually, now that you have war in your country, was there any other neighboring country that, like, why didn't you choose to go to your neighboring country? Why did you just choose down of all the countries? So there are a lot of questions, because people go give a lot of stories about what brought them here. But these are normal stories that people always bring. Everyone goes there with the same stories, like copy-paste. People copy themselves, like copy-paste. Everyone is talking about it, the same story. And now, FD, when they take over, they will make sure anyone that has been given the red line, if you know you are on the list of red line, like you have been denied papers and you are still in asylum camp, you have a very big chance or probability of going back home. That one, they will not spare you. Because even if they are talking about even deporting people who have Deutsche Pass, which will not be easy, because there is a law that cannot allow them to do such a thing. But what I'm advising you, come here as a student, come here as someone who has applied for a job, you got a job, come here as maybe, let's say you have that opportunity card, you want to work here. Such ways, come here for family reunion. Those are the positive ways or legal ways of coming to Germany, and this will make you stay here without problems. But those who come here through other ways, I always say you have a very low chance of remaining here, because right now things are not going to be good. Yeah. So watu wangu, this one wacha niongee na Kiswahili because sitaki nilete shida mingi. Wacha niwaambie kitu moja, my boys. Kama unajua mademu na machali, mnajua mko kwa camp sasa hii. Mko kwa hizo kambi zetu, hizo kambi si mnazijua. Na sasa hii hawa ndio wanataka kuchukua government, ma FD wanataka kuchukua government. Wewe sasa hii umejipanga na nini? What are your plans? Unajipanga nini? Cause mko na opportunity ya kubaki hapa, lakini sasa mnajipanga kwa njia gani? Utaanzia wapi? Kama ni manzi, tafuta msee hata afadhali uzae na yeye mtoi. Na usitafute msee mwenye ana karatasi. Isenda uzae na mlami, ama uzae na mtu yeyote Mwafrika, lakini awe ni mtu akona makaratasi za kuishi hapa. Makaratasi permanent. Atakusaidia, unaweza pata karatasi na utabaki hapa, because saa hii ni kubaya mazi, mtafukuzwa. Kama wewe ni chali, the same issue. Afadhali utafute mlami, demu mlami, uzae naye, akupe karatasi, ama utafute hata demu Mwafrika mwenzako mwenye akona karatasi, kama itawezekana, akuzalie na ubaki hapa. Ikiwa umeamua utakubaki hapa, because sasa utatumia njia nyingine gani kubaki hapa? So itabidi tu watu wajipange kimpango nyaje. Usilale usiwe maziwa mala, because saa hii it's about sasa, time is ticking. Time is ticking. Eh? Watu wanarudishwa kurudishwa. So you guys, you have to be very careful. Kama unajua umepewa red line saa hii, ikiwa unajua umepewa red line saa hii Germany, uko kwa kambi na umepewa red line, maze itabidi ujipange sana, ujipange haraka sana, because saa hii ni kubaya. Na kama unajua uko na mtoi, na huyo mtoi ujazana na mtu mwenye ana karatasi na una pesa, watu ununua karatasi by the way. Kama una do, uwe na ngiri zako sijui 3, 4, 5, jipange utafute mtu mwenye atakuandikia huyo mtoi. Na pia ina depend pia ujue ni story gani umepeana, because kuna watu wengine wako na watoto, ungetumia advantage ununue karatasi, lakini ushajipeana huko, ulienda ukapeana story nyingine ya iko hapo. Sasa atakuuliza, sasa huu mtoto wako wewe ulisema maybe babake ako country fulani, at the same time ushanunua karatasi hapa ati baba huyu mtoto una claim yuko hapa. Hiyo utakuwa na contradict hapo, wataona wewe ni muongo kabisa. So hiyo ni ujanja. Uenge tu mjanja ukikuja hapa unajua una mtoi. Usianze kujiharakisha kwa kuongea stories zingine zenye haziko. Uwe mjanja kabisa. Usikopi mtu story uende upeleke huko kidhani mtu alipeana story kama hiyo akapewa karatasi. Sasa wewe pia unamkopi story kama hiyo. Juu kila mtu anakuwa na story yake na kila mtu anajua na ujanja wake, anakuwa na ujanja wake vile anajitetea apate karatasi. So watu wangu, muache kulala. Na hii nimeongea kwa Kiswahili tu maksudi ndio munielewe, Sitaki hii raia nyingine ijue. Unajua sasa tunataka kufukuzwa. Sasa sisi tunajaribu kusaidia watu wetu wasifukuzwe. Ama ni aje? Tulikuja kuhustle. Muwe wajanja. Kama una story ya kuniuliza, comment area hapo, wewe andika hapo. Tunaweza tukadiscuss hapo. Na uforward clip pia kwa wenzako wenye wana shida moja kama wewe. Sasa watu wangu, Nairobi na Germany, subscribe watu wangu, na let's meet here tuongee more about this. Sawa. Good luck watu wangu.